Good morning, students. Today we are continuing with the topic electronic mail, email. Content of this lecture is email, email scenario, SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, POP3, IMAP. Email is very important service of the internet to send the message to anywhere. We can send data with the help of email. But when we send the mail, in that case, we will use the three components of the mail. So today we will discuss the architecture of the email. In this, we have the three major components. One is the UA, user agent. Second one is the message transfer agent. Third one is the message access agent. So we will discuss these all components with the help of the different scenarios of email. In first scenario, we are discussing that the sender and user both are using the common shared system, but in this system they have their own mailbox. Like sender is also attached with this particular system and receiver is also accessing this system. But sender has its own mailbox, receiver has its own mailbox. Whenever this sender want to send the message, then it with the help of user agent, message will be prepared and this message will be stored in the receiver's mailbox. Whenever receiver access the mailbox, then receiver will see the mail sent by the sender. Second scenario is the we are sending the mail with the help of internet. There is no common system for sender and receiver. They have their own mail servers. Sender has the different mail server. Receiver has different mail server. They both are connected with the help of internet. In that case, one more thing is added, that is the MTA, message transfer agent. Here we have the pair of message transfer agents. One is the MTA client, another one is the MTA server. Here again we see user agent. With the help of user agent, sender prepares the message and send to the system mail server through which this system is connected. Here MTA client has the responsibility to send the message through the internet. At the receiver end, MTA server has the responsibility to receive the message sent by the sender's MTA client. When MTA server receives the message, that message will be transmitted to the receiver. Receiver will receive the message and respond accordingly. Here we also have the queue of messages, so that if sender want to send the more than one messages, that will be stored in the queue. Third scenario, here the sender is not directly connected to the server. Sender is connected through the LAN and WAN, and in this through LAN or WAN it is connected to the mail server. When sender is not directly connected to the mail server, then we need the two pairs of MTA server and MTA client. Right? Here one MTA client server pair to send the message from sender to mail server, because when sender send the message, it cannot send directly to the mail server. So we need one MTA client server pair to send the message through LAN or WAN from sender to the system mail server. After that, one MTA client server pair from sender to the receiver end. So here this particular MTA client server pair is added for transmitting the messages. In fourth scenario, we both sender and receiver both are connected through LAN or WAN, right? They both are connected through LAN or WAN through the mail servers. Till now we came to know what is the work of MTA client. MTA client work is to transmit the message. In previous slide we have seen we are using the two MTA client server pair. One MTA client server pair to send the message from sender to the sender's mail server. Second is the sender's mail server to the receiver's mail server. That means it used to transfer the message through the internet. Here we have the one more pair. You will see MAA server and MAA client. That is a message access server. That now this point is very much clear that MTA can send the message, but MTA cannot receive the message. For receiving the message, we need the message access agent pair. So here, when our data will be received by the mail server, at that moment, receiver need the message access agent to receive the message. Here, MTA client used to transfer the agent. This process is called the push the message. When we use the MAA message access agent to read the message, then this process is called the client is pulls the message. What are the services of user agent? First, I will tell you user agent may be of two types. One is the command driven, second one is the GUI, right? In case of command driven, you have to give the commands to send the mail. In case of GUI, we have the already written function, we just have to click it to implement. Like Outlook, Netscape, we have the many user agents used nowadays. What is the work of user agent? Composing the message, reading the message, replying to the message, forwarding the message, handling mailboxes. When we send the email, we give the address of the to whom we want to send the message. In that case, there is a two part, local part and domain name. For example, we have the email ID xyz at the rate abc.com. In that case, address of the mailbox server, like xyz is the address of the mailbox server, here is a domain name. We have the organization name or we have the mail service provider name, जैसे Gmail, Yahoo. In case of local part, that is the unique name of particular mailbox server. Domain name is the second part. Here we can select one or more hosts to receive the and send the email messages. Now we continue with the SMTP. SMTP is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. This is the push protocol because name predicts Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. It used to transfer the mail from client to the server. Here SMTP works where we use the MTA client server pair. We used the MTA client server pair from the sender system to the sender mail server. After that, from sender mail server to the sender receiver mail server. In both cases, we use the SMTP. So SMTP works for transmitting the messages. It uses the two times, one from sender system to sender mail server, then sender mail server to the receiver mail server. Here we have some commands and responses used by the SMTP, right? So in that case, we have MTA client and MTA server. Both can use the commands. We have the different types of commands that I will show you. Some commands have some argument. Here, hello command. Hello command is the sender's host, and argument is the sender host name. Hello command, when we want to send the message, in that case server sends the message to the client that I am ready. Then client send the hello message that I am also ready to send the mail. Mail from sender message, receipt to intended person we want to send the mail, data body of the mail, quit for any abrupt reason, reset to reset the mail, verify name of recipient you want to verify whether it is correct or not, noop if there is some problem in between the connection, then we can ping the systems, turn to change the role of server and client, expand mailing list to be expanded if we are sending the mail to the more than one person, help send from who is sending the message, SMLO from SMOL from who intended recipient message, S mail from intended recipient of the message. Here we have the responses also. When we establish the connection, at that time we receive the responses also. These responses are in the numeric form, right? Many of them we will use, but I will show you how we will use that particular responses. Here there are the different mail transfer phases. First we establish the connection, after that we transfer the mail, then we do the connection termination. Here we have the server, client. For example, client send the message status, and rather than status it will send the 211, right? Then client further send hello message that I am ready, acknowledgement message. Then after that acknowledgement message will be sent by the server 250, like I received your message. We now it says ki they both are ready to transmit the message, right? So here we have the different types of messages that will be that will help to communicate the client and server. If service is not available, then 421 mailbox is not available, there may be an error in mailbox, or it does not exist, it may be deleted, then 450. After that 451 for local error, 452 for command aborted due to insufficient storage. Here some negative messages, syntax error, unrecognized command, syntax error, parameter or arguments, command not implement, bad sequence of command, 504 command temporarily not implemented, 550 command is not executed, mailbox unavailable, 551 user not local, 552 user action aborted, exceeds storage location, 553 restriction action not taken, mailbox name not allowed, transaction failed. For 554. Next protocols are POP and IMAP. POP and IMAP both works in the place of message access agent. Here message access agent is used at the receiver mail server. At the receiver end we have the message access agent. So in that case message access agent works on the place of the pull protocol. Here we are seeing the two message access agents, POP and IMAP. Nowadays IMAP is used, previously we used the POP. Here POP and IMAP is used. Post office protocol, right? Here we POP is a very simple protocol. It has some limited functionality basically. That's why nowadays we are using the IMAP. It is it use the TCP port 110. Here when we use the POP, then user also use the username and password to access the mailbox. It will retrieve the list from the server. In that case, server has the limited storage to store the messages. That's why our POP is worked on the two modes, delete mode and the keep mode. In the delete mode, what happens when mail is transferred from the mail server to the receiver system? This is the receiver system. This is the mail server. When our mail is transmitted from the mail server to the receiver system, in that case, when mail is sent to the receiver system, it is deleted from the mail server. In keep mode, mail will exist in the both the systems. But here we can just read the mail, and if once our mail is downloaded in our system, then we cannot access from anywhere. We have to read the messages from this particular system. Here the functionality of POP server and client is shown. Here is a POP server, POP client. Client will send the username. If username is okay, then client will send the password. If password is okay, then information is sent to retrieve. After that, email numbers and their sizes, retrieval process will be continued till all mails will not be downloaded to the receiver end. Next one is the IMAP protocol, Internet Mail Access Protocol. This is the advanced version of the POP, right? POP is not allowing the user to organize the mail on the server, to organize some folders that nowadays we are doing. Main purpose of IMAP is IMAP provides some extra functionalities over the POP. What is the extra functionality? We can see the email header prior to downloading. We can see what is the subject of mail. We can search and the contents of mail. We can partially download the mail, that we can see the content, but we are not downloading the attached files in it, because we are I know that this file is heavy. I just read the message. After that we left for the further when we get the proper internet connection. Create, delete, rename mailboxes, we can create a hierarchy of mailboxes in a folder for email storage. In this case, we have uses the references of the Behroj A. Frozen, Data Communication and Networking. Thank you, students. In this lecture, we have done with the email and related protocols, SMTP, IMAP and POP.